Hi, so I got a new deck of cards and I would love to do a reading for you. And before I get to the new deck, which is this amazing, wonderful deck, the Isis Oracle, we're going to start with Brian Froud's Fairies. Let me bring a little more light in here. I keep thinking there's enough light, but I don't realize just how it looks on camera to people. That's not really any different at all. Whatever. Alright, so we're gonna do, since we don't really know when you're gonna be watching this or how many subscribers there are gonna be or how many people watching this. So let's do a general thing. And what you need to know for the next, 3 to 4 days. And this communication that is coming in is from your greatest self, your I Am Presence, your infinite spirit and source, brought to you by the highest vibration and light carrying energies and fairies and angels, and anything lower vibration needs to go. Okay? They just cannot exist around this kind of energy. That's one of the reasons why I like using these cards more than the tarot. With tarot, you dig into different realms, and sometimes you don't really get, tarot is a great tool. But I guess each of us have our own forte. Whatever. Alright, so guidance, please, for everyone watching, for their highest and greatest good, with benefit to all and harm to none. Thank you for the wisdom and grace and love, and purest light and love. I just got a little message. I don't usually want to do readings for couples or anything, but I got a sense of the divine feminine and sacred masculine around. So this isn't going to be about your relationship or any of that stuff, just some advice for your journey, your progress, whatever it may be. It doesn't have to be a twin flame union, but the harmony of energies within yourself and how you're going about your life. Because the more I've been tuning in to everyone lately, there seems to be such a disconnect. People are either in one box or the other. And the card that came out is Penelope Dreamweaver and Nellis the Alchemist. Which, to make it real quick, is you're being inspired to make changes in your life that are what is that word? You can't reverse these changes. You're being inspired to find the root of the issue. In the book, there is a part for Nellis that says, if you can get to the bottom of the issue, you'll figure out what to do next. Kinda, sorta, that's what it says. And she's the muse of inspiration. According to the author of the book, she's his guide and she helped him write the book. So possibly you're being inspired to make changes in your life that will bring in a lot more life and light and beauty into what you're doing. And in order to find this path of least resistance for yourself, the advice here is, what inspires you? What do you do on a daily basis that actually makes you forget about how much time you spent doing something? elementally, what is it in you that combines the fire and water, the earth and the air? Bringing those together and combining them with light itself in its purest form. The number on Penelope is 28 and 27. So if you bring numerology into this, you're headed for a new beginning because you're completing a phase in your life. A chapter is changing. And you have a choice to either complete it successfully and be proud of what you've done for yourself, to be inspired and to create a catalyst for the next steps, or to leave it be and to have everything you've been working on just stop and finish there. Kind of like if you're creating a Christmas ornament or a book, and you're just at the last page, and in order to make the last paragraph of the book really unique and special and beautiful, you dig through your inspiration and why you started to write the book anyway. You tie up those loose ends, so to speak. And if you do it properly, and by properly I mean in a way where you look that happy, you're that content. The look on her face, if you could see it, is pure peace and bliss. She knows that all is well. I'm sorry, the lighting and the camera are just not very conducive right now. The message here being, you're being asked and guided to do what inspires you, because irreversible change is occurring either way. The things that had been done in the past, the third card is undressing of a salad. The things that have been done in the past are being completely unraveled for the better and for the worse, and it's your inspiration, your sense of authenticity, the way you walk, the way you talk, the way you love and give and share, the way you create what you're doing and perfect it in a way that you feel it's perfect. If the master crafter came into this reading, it would be to take it a step above perfect. But this says that you're being inspired to make this change that's occurring in your life, this transformation, this turning lead into gold, coal into diamonds. What was done in the past that hurt or was beautiful, in either way, it's being brought back and changed. But like really, to put it even more basic, inspiration, alchemical process of change, and undoing what was done. There's a lot of things that, and the 31 goes to 4, to your 4th house in astrology. The 9 completions. No, give me a minute to feel my way through this for you. You're headed towards something so beautiful, so amazing. The wand Nellis has is ready to go. The light on top of it and her crown is glorious. She is unafraid of anything that comes her way. And all of these fairies and pixies undressing the salad and putting all those moons and planets and rearranging the entire galaxy. They're not even looking at what they're doing. They're doing it by instinct, because what's happening is meant to happen. All of their eyes are almost closed except for Nellis. She is completely gazing onto the undressing of a salad card. So whatever manifestations you've been putting into place, now is the time to take inspired action. What else can we get to, what else do you have for us, please, to bring more clarity to this? He of the fiery sword, which again has a number 4. And then on the bottom of the deck is Sylvanius, which is the equivalent of judgment and the Ace of Swords, while the He of the fiery sword is, you know, it always reminds me of Archangel Michael, the sword of truth. The handle is a butterfly blade. The top of it has an arrowhead coming out of the sword. The sword itself here looks like it has wings. Oh, come on, focus. Whatever you're doing, do it with truth, dignity, honor, justice. Not your kind of justice, but universal fairness. The color blue represents so much, combined with white and then the shimmers of rainbow. You have the ability to create a diamond and to reflect the light in your life into so many prisms that the world around you shines that much brighter. All because you allowed the alchemical process and the inspiration from Penelope and Nellis to help you undress the drama of the past and bring it forward into the future with valor and chivalry and a sense of protecting. He of the fiery sword can also be looked at as the masculine principle, like the sacred masculine, which, if you want to look at it that way, it's time for the sacred masculine to take action and to communicate through the heart with the divine feminine. And this is the 0 card. It has a different meaning for each and every reader. Most of these cards do, but some are fundamentally the same. The thing with the way I perceive this card, the way I feel it, there's a story about the Phoenix, and they had this in Marvel Comics too, where when the Phoenix is rebirthing itself, its essence, its spirit, goes into some place called the White Hot Room. In some different religious beliefs and scriptures, and even some facets of spirituality, there's a place that you go through the white light where you meet your guides there. You meet your family, you meet everyone on the other side that's helping you. It's basically checkpoint. And you go there before you go into the next realm or come back to this one. And while you're there, you get all the download information, guidance given to you, so that when you come back, you can act with more grace in your life and wisdom. So in the Gnostic terms, when Sophia plummeted from the pleroma, that moment where she broke through the veil and the light was so blinding before it became dark, that's kind of what this is. The number on the card is 0, which is like reset. And I'm not doing any kind of a specific spread, but the way I've had them placed is it's under the undressing of a salad. And the undressing of a salad is 31, which goes down to 4, and He of the fiery sword is the number 4. Together they make an 8, the infinity loop. So you're being given the opportunity to change the cycle of your life and begin something new the way you want to begin it. Give me a moment, please. My apologies. The lovely neighbor from downstairs came up to bring me a Diet Mountain Dew. Why? I don't know. But he's very, very, very sacred masculine, and he took action. He did something. How funny. So what was I saying? He of the fiery sword taking action undoing the situations that cause separation, and being the movement forward to go towards that which you want without the baggage of the past. The only thing in your way is you. There's nothing else in your way. All that's being asked of you is to combine everything you've had, all the fears, all the troubles and trauma, and all the inspiration and joy and dreams and goals. You take all of that, put them together in one giant pile, and you ask yourself one question that, in my opinion, is always at the forefront of He of the Fiery Sword. Is it worth it? Is it worth making this action? Is it worth moving forward and spending my energy to communicate, to do, to feel, to think, to be? And it seems a lot of you are questioning that lately. And the guidance here is, there's only one way to find out. You're never going to know what's on the other side of the white hot room unless you go through it. Is there any other guidance you can give for the viewers to assist them in this process of undoing and rebuilding? The Lady of the Harvest. The Lady of the Harvest always shows up when it's time to let something go and start something over. She doesn't care about what was or what will be. All she cares about is everyone fed? Does everyone have food and shelter and warmth? And have they been cared for? Did you dance? Did you laugh? Did you smile? Are you happy? Did you learn your lessons? Did you complete your journey? What else do you need, and what else can you get rid of? How can you make room for what you want and what you need? You can do this. You don't have to let something go just because other people tell you to let it go. You can take what was and make something even better from it. Aww. The Loan. This card in the book, it says unconditional love, unconditional giving, and unconditional receiving. You are loved so deeply, and the only thing that's been in your way is your own fear of receiving that love. And the guidance here is showing you that if you follow your heart, you're inspired, the feeling inside you that lets you know that all is well, and only you can feel that. If you follow that and let the control of your life go to the energies around you, then there's nothing to fear. I mean, there's nothing to fear anyway. And this spread shows you everything. Look. Focus. Inspiration. Moving forward, being above the pettiness. Being humble and kind and knowing your worth. Moving forward, regardless of what happened in the past, and knowing that you hold the power and the beauty and grace to undo what was done and to make it better, to make it more of what it should have been and could have been instead of what it ended up being. And even whatever the situation was, whether it's a relationship, a work situation, your friends, your family, anything that has caused you to feel like you need to let something go, you're being shown that you don't have to let it go. You can transmute it with divine will into something that you haven't experienced before, that consists purely of the purest, most honest love, companionship, and family, success, despite the pain and trouble you've been in, despite the drama and the trauma. It's all okay. It's all okay, and the only thing you need to do is move forward knowing that it's okay. Because as long as you hold back and you stare at this little ball and you keep telling yourself, no, I can't, it was this, or no, I can't because they won't give me more money, or that friend betrayed me, or that mom was mean, or whatever your story is, that story is your light. That story made you who you are. That pain helped you float. It's your fuel. A jet doesn't fly with candy, it flies with explosive fuel. This alchemist didn't become who she is by flapping her wings with butterfly dust all the time. She didn't get that little booty right there by being, just sitting on her butt all day long. She made decisions, she did things, she experienced so much pain that she figured out how to turn the pain and all of the drama in the story and all the music of the spheres and all of the channeling and all of everything into a symphony. Now it's your turn to take what you've learned and put what you want into action. You want a relationship? Make that call. You want a new job? Apply for it. You want to move houses? Go buy a keychain. I'm not kidding. If you want to move on, whether you want to let go or you want to let go to bring something new in, or just to let go and be by yourself, it doesn't matter. Whatever you let go of will immediately come back to you better. Immediately. There's no distance between letting go and receiving. How will they know? How will they know what the right course of action, what the proper course of action is? There are so many different ways people are inspired and so many different things that they desire in life. What advice can you give them to know exactly which way would bring them the most happiness for their most authentic expression in life? Not just for a fleeting moment, but to start building the foundation for a beautiful life. What is the clue? What is the sign they should look for? Oh, goodness. The singer of initiation, the singer of intuition, Town the poet, the singer of courage. I can tell you exactly, because there's nothing to tell you. You already know. Singer of initiation and intuition. This is your journey. You must make the decision on what to release and what not to. The only guidance here is you already know that wisdom and love will always grow, and the things that don't, you should release them. The thing that you should hold on to is the thing that has you, I'm going to give you a personal example. When I was with someone very dear to me, and many friends actually, and you yourself have experienced this, so I don't really have to tell you this in detail. You know that moment when there's a singer on stage and they're so lost and enraptured in the music they're singing. When an artist is drawing and they're just gone, they're not there, their body is completely performing a magical miracle act. A doctor in surgery, a mother coddling her baby, a baby breastfeeding, a husband kissing his wife on the forehead, 2 children holding hands and running down the street. Now, it's not about them. It's about how you looking at them. Your hint, your sign that you should look for. This glimmer of hope that she's holding that'll trigger the alchemical process into a chain of events that'll bring you unconditional love, marriage, union, success in business, is to hold on to that thing, that person, that item, that job, or the house that has you looking like that at it. Like you have found heaven on earth in the eyes of another person. You're just completely lost looking at what they're doing. And the final advice is to have courage. It's never easy. It's never, ever easy to let real love into your life. Ever. If it was, everybody would have it. Thank you. So through the initiation of this process, by the he of the fiery sword, you're being asked to be brave, to follow your path when what you want, when what everybody wants is to be loved inside and out. And you have that opportunity within the next 3 to 4 days, even more so than you do normally. Be brave. Follow your heart. Follow your heart. The feeling you get when you look at someone doing something they love, and it fills your chest with that warmth, and you can't help but hold yourself because you're afraid you'll melt into a puddle. Be brave enough to feel that again, and miracles will happen. The process is already underway. The only thing left is for you to make that decision to move forward. Make that call. Fill out that resume. Go get the keychain. Heck, go buy a bunch of flowers and put them in your own house and give yourself the unconditional love. Make that commitment to yourself. And intuition, it's not in your mind. It's not in your stomach. And it's not your feelings. It's this essence of the feeling. This entire auric vibration that can only be brought to you by singers, angels, energies. They're not beings. They're not humans. They're not, corporeal. They're virtues. They're aeons in a way. Something that you cannot fully describe. Initiation, intuition, and courage. 7, 8, 9. You are so close to the best thing in your life. The best. You can do this. You can be brave. The Singer of Courage is here with you. And the best way for you to figure out which way to go. This card is 29, which goes to 11. Best way. Find that feeling. Find the poet's song. On the bottom of the deck is the Death card. And all that is saying is that you can't undo the past. You can't hold the past into a reason to justify the future. The past has done nothing anymore. The past has passed. And the only thing that has remained from the past is the love. Because love survives, nothing else does. The love isn't very nice. Let's try it again. That's better. Now the Oracle of Isis. One card, please. In the heart of unconditional love to yours. Bottom of the deck. Stay true and be in your power. And the card that flipped out, the Eye of Horus, awakening of divine perception. Now let me show you why I love this deck so much. Besides the amazing, beautiful art. Now you're going to want to get comfy, because we're going to do something really beautiful. There are meditations in this deck that go with every card. The Eye of Horus. The Eye of Horus brings divine perception, protection, and insight. You are gifted with certain spiritual abilities, including divine sight, that are awakening and growing now. You have much divine support and protection, so that you may grow your abilities and serve others with your divine gifts. Trust your perception and know that you are divinely protected. It is a stamp of divine encouragement, approval, and protection. If you've been wondering about your divine path, then this is an oracle that confirms you are on your path. And what we were talking about, to make the decisions, to take action, and to move forward. This card is telling you, the energies of this card are telling you, you can't make a mistake. You can't get it wrong. You can't break something. All is in divine order. It really is. This is a really long ritual, goodness. Okay, let's see if we can do this quickly. Hold on one moment, I'm reading this for you. I'll read you the blessing, because there's so much to do with that ritual. The Eye of Horus, Eye of the Sun, let my divine vision fully come. I'll call upon your protection divine. May my gifts awaken in service and shine. Help me see through your eye so bright. Beloved Horus, Lords of Light, I see accurately without distortion or fear. I am gifted with vision pure and clear. That's so cool. Now, if we're going to, since we're applying this to the entire reading, take away all religious connotations, all fear-mongering, all of the BS. Because you can't ever know exactly what happened in these stories. And the energy of this card is pure beauty, pure wisdom and protection. The alchemical change going through you, from what I sense in this, is that you're about to go and do something massively life-changing. And this is telling you you're on your path. The sacred masculine and the divine feminine, both complete in their power with crowns upon their heads, wisdom in their arms and their wings open to fly. There is no fear. There is no reason to hesitate. There is no reason to think you'll get something wrong. Trust yourself, trust your guidance, and trust your source. Behind these bodies of skin and bone, we are all the same energy. We are all from the same creator. So was she, so was he. So trust yourself and trust your family. Trust your soul family. And I don't mean the mortal ones. I mean the ones that are always guiding you and guarding you. Make the changes you need to make to improve your life. Whether it's to have that conversation or to change your job or to whatever it is in your life that's immediate in the next 3 to 4 days that you have before you. You're being guided that it's okay to trust your instincts and to do what you feel. That feeling when you stare and you look at someone and you just know, that feeling of home, a feeling of your body being lagging behind your soul, that your soul is running ahead to hold and be with that person, that job, that place, that piece of furniture even. And your body is just the one hesitating. And if you use your inner sight, your eye of Horus, your third eye, the eye inside your heart, or your mind, she's using her heart. He's using his mind. Perception of an eagle flying high, wise, strong, brave, graceful and elegant, adorned and crowned, simple and graceful, holding a staff, the ability to heal and to destroy. And so many feathers of communication and wings of flying open, ready to soar and to move. Everything is waiting for you. Everything. The entire universe, in a way. You know how people say the universe doesn't wait? Well, something massive is happening in your life. And the universe will not wait forever. But you're being given this opportunity. Because this change is massive. And like Nellis the alchemist is pointing out, you can't unmake the change. Not until it's been changed, and then you can find some way to undo it. And I know you know what that means. It's like baking a cake and trying to unbake it. You can't really unbake it, but once it's baked, you can make something else out of the cake. You can chop it up and make little cake bites or hors d'oeuvres of some kind. You can turn it into, something to put into ice cream. If you were in a relationship and it was over, it doesn't have to be over. If you're in a relationship and you want it to be over, you don't have to be enemies. You can be friends. You can be neighbors. You can be co-workers. The only thing in your way is your perception of what things are and what they should be based on human society. And human society needs to evolve. So don't live your life based on what you've been taught. Live your life based on what makes you feel that feeling of wonder. I know you know what I'm talking about. That feeling when you're, oh my God, I don't think there's a word for it. To be lost in the wonder of love itself. If there's a word, I would love to know it. So be kind to yourself, please. Be kind to those around you and make the decisions in your life and the actions you take. Be inspired by wisdom, by grace, and with the goal ahead of you and before you and in front of you, behind you, to every side of you, the desire, the goal, the dream, the intent of unconditional love, unconditional giving and receiving. Nothing else right now matters except you healing your heart and the way you see the world. Awaken your divine perception. Close your human eyes and open your divine eye. And you'll see the answer right in front of you. May you be blessed with clarity. May you be blessed with insight, the highest divine light. May you be on your path, and may all obstacles on your path dissolve into blessings of success. And may you learn the lessons easily, effortlessly, and gracefully. I love you unconditionally. Be well. And I hope this helps. I'd love to know how your life improved, because I know it will. Bye.